bem? Welcome to another lesson of Portuguese Brazil. So today, as I said in the last video, I'm going to talk about the vowels. Alright, but before we start, I want to say something first. I will not, different from the last videos, I will not translate the words. Okay? So, for example, if I say some word, I will not translate this word to English. And why will I do that? Because I think to learn a language, you gotta think in that language. It doesn't work if you think in your native language and then you try to translate word by word. It doesn't really work because you gotta stop to think what you're talking about. And the way I learn in English, even my English, it's not the best English in the world, but the way I learned it is the best way to learn, because you just go saying, you just go checking, and you don't have to think in Portuguese. For example, in my case, you don't have to think in Portuguese and then translate to English. You just think in English. And I want you to think in Portuguese. So, let's see how it will work. When I say some word, I'm going to write in Portuguese so you can know the right way to write it. So you will know the correct way to write it, okay? And I will ever try to post a photo of what I'm talking about. And when it's too complicated to be expressed in a photo, I will try to explain in words, okay? So, I will never translate a word. And why is that? For example, the word saudades in Portuguese doesn't have an English equivalent. That means it can't be translated, but it is still translated as miss, and it's not the same thing, it's different. So, as I said in the last video, we are going to talk about the vowels. And the vowels in Portuguese are A, E, I, O, U. You might be thinking, in the last video I said A, E, I, O, U, and now I said A, E, I, O, U. What is the difference between them? The way I just said in this video is the correct way of each vowel. But the vowels have some changes. Sometimes the accents may represent these changes, but I ask you to don't care about the accents. You will get this with the time. You will understand each accent. Why I say that? Because some vowels can change the sound, the pronunciation, without an accent. So, it will be a lot complicated if I try to explain to you right now in the second lesson. The first vowel is A. The main pronunciation is A, and a word for you to learn is carro. And variation, that is It's a sound with the nose, okay? In example, avião, caminhão. Okay? So, in Portuguese, there is basically these two ways to say the word a, okay? Of course, each vowel can have some different pronunciations in many parts of the country, but everyone will understand this way, okay? Next vowel, E. And the first word for the main way of the letter is trem. If you care about the accents, you will see that this word trem has an accent, but it is still in the main way to say the letter if it has no accent. So, as I told you before, forget the accents. Another example, estrada. the same pronunciation of the letter. And there is one other way, which is é. One word for this pronunciation is prédio. Okay? So, next vowel, I. Like in the word avião. I used this word before to represent the A. So, I, avião. Okay? There is no variation for this letter. Next vowel, O. Like in the word ônibus. Has two variations. The first one is O. Like in the word próximo. And the other variation is with the nose sound, like in the vowel A. On. Like in the word vagões. And the last vowel is U. Has no change. Two examples of how to use this vowel is rua. I know this word is kind of hard because our letter R, in Portuguese R, is very different from English. Go trying to make this R just like mine, rua. And another example, easier example, is the word I already used, ônibus. Okay? These are the vowels. Now you already know the sound of each letter. You know the different ways to say each vowel. And in the next class we are going to some vocabulary, starting with numbers. And to be prepared for some future classes, learn these 10 words you learned today. See you in the next class. Bye.